to wanna be like the gangsters. I used to leave the sandbox just to hit the corner block and watch the gangsters slang rocks and pop glocks. They taught me how to slap box and beatbox. Yeah, they swag me up, lace me up, tailored up, Dickies and Chuck tailored up. Thought I had this game on lock, but all along it was just a mock. So 50, I gotta holler. Does it make me a waster now that I'm a scholar? Came back home and acknowledged that if I didn't go to college, I probably wouldn't have this knowledge. I'd probably be locked up in a cage, or probably make a minimum wage. But either way, the streets would've probably built up rage. Eventually pick up that gauge and make the front page. See, I didn't wanna be misunderstood, so I took that second look at being a crook. Then shook the block and hit the books, and now I'm falling back singing to these hooks.
This life is my story. Got to tell them, don't ignore me. I've drove these roads and walked the streets 1,000 times, and as the days go by, I always try to be who I am. To be who I am. To be who I am.
And even with my success, my peoples will never be impressed. They'd rather wanna see me put to rest. I used to walk up and down these streets looking depressed, picturing my mama in a black dress looking a mess. Tired of being stressed, I got on my knees to confess. Now all of a sudden I'm feeling blessed. Now every move is made with progress. It's like I'm playing chess, checkmate and nothing less. But let's be logical. Why is it typical that people rather wanna hear about your obstacles and how your life's been miserable? It's pitiful. I get more props for spit cynical than I do biblical. Constantly asking myself, am I hopeless? Cause even in the coldness, I act like I don't notice the homeless. Feeling remorseless and out of focus, I pray with boldness. So on Judgment Day, I don't feel loneliness, but instead closeness to my godliness. So I'ma do me and you do you.
This life is my story. Got to tell them, don't ignore me. I've drove these roads and walked the streets 1,000 times, and as the days go by, I always try to be who I am. To be who I am. To be who I am.
Yeah, a wise man once said, I do my thing and you do yours. I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations. You're not in this world to live up to mine. You are you, and I am I. Never be a follower, always be a leader.